This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about a QB legend, hating Philly, hating football. We're going to talk about it. Also, are the Eagles preparing for a tush push ban? We're going to talk about that. And lastly, I got to talk about Antwan Powell Ryland. And yeah, I've been watching all the YouTube videos. This guy got star potential. But let's get straight into it. All right, man, before we get into the main topics, shout out to Jalen Hurts and also Saquon Barkley. They at the Met Gala. As Eagle Owl, I have no idea what goes on in the Met Gala. All I see is these celebrities, these big time celebrities come out in these suits, dresses. That's it. I have no idea what happens there. But Jalen Hurts and his lady showed up. And Saquon, I'm not sure if he was with his lady or not, but all I seen was pictures of Saquon. So shout out to those two being there and representing the Philadelphia Eagles. Another quick hit, we got to talk about Covey. So Brenton Covey officially signed to the Los Angeles Rams. So I had a feeling, you guys see my video yesterday when I was like, Covey basically said goodbye, and this is an official goodbye. Like he signed with another team. Best of luck to him in LA. Not too much luck because LA is becoming our nemesis. So not too much good luck to him, but hopefully he made that team and make some things shake a little bit because I know the neck injury, those things are hard to shake. So he basically had damn near a whole year off. Hopefully he can make that team. And lastly, we got to talk about some jersey number changes, and let's go over that. Dory Jackson, he will be number 8. Joshua Uche will be 13. DTR will be 14. Avery Williams, 18. AJ Dillon, 29. We had Terrence Marshall, 46. Charlie Hewlett, 47. Cameron Latu, 49. Aziz Ojolari, 52. Kendall Lamb, 74. Keon Green, 76. Matt Pryor, 79. 83 for Kalen Granson, 85 for Harrison Bryant, and 86 for Elijah Cooks. So, Jahad Dotson changed his number to number 2. Keely Ringo changed his number to number 7. Barry Nicholson, 34. Ben Ransumarin to 43. Dallas Grant, 57. Trevor Keegan, 77. And Danny Gray, 80. So those are some of the number updates. You see some new numbers out there. Some familiar guys got different numbers. The one that stand out to me the most is Ben Ransumarin. So I have to say this: is the Eagles preparing for a tush push ban? So Jeffrey Lurie spoke with WIP. He spoke about how he's trying to, or he will, basically give the fullback, or the Eagles are trying to get a fullback, like a life resurrection. I should say that's the word. So it looked like Ben Ransumarin will no longer be a linebacker. He will be a fullback. And shout out to Philly Mike. He even mentioned like Ty Robinson, how he came in a couple times and played fullback. And this all screams the Eagles are just preparing for it because we probably gonna see a lot more I formation, especially at the goal line with our O line, then having a big fullback coming at you, and then having like Saquon Barkley finish it off. I believe we still gonna do QB sneaks here and there with Jalen Hurts, but I would say this, Eagles fans, let's prepare for a touch push ban because the Eagles are definitely preparing for it. That's the reason why we're gonna use fullbacks more. And to be honest, Saquon runs the ball a lot better in that like I formation or following the fullback. Because if you remember some of Saquon Barkley big runs, Ben Ransumarin in the beginning of the season was opening up them holes. So now you'll have a healthy Ben Ransumarin who just made a complete position switch, and he'll be opening up holes for Saquon Barkley. So yeah, I think the Eagles are just like, okay, we know what's coming. They delayed this thing. It's going to happen. Let's prepare for it. Let's get some of these tight ends, and maybe they convert some of them to fullbacks, or hell, you think of like the Latu guy we got from Australia. He can possibly convert to a fullback if he don't work out as edge and linebacker. So we're gonna see how we do this fullback thing. So I expect a lot of running again. Sorry, we're gonna run the ball again. And let's talk about a QB legend. Yes, Randall Cunningham. He spoke with the Athletic, and he spoke about how he hated football, but he couldn't say it, but a part of him hated Philly too. But he did spin it, was like, yeah, it built resilience. And as time went on, I grew to love Philly because that, striving for him to be the best actually helped him in the long run. And he felt like he was too young at the time to understand. Like, yo, they always criticizing me. I'm doing this and doing that for the city. And he wasn't getting no love like that. But now, he's retired. A young guy like me look at him as a legend. When I watch his tape, I don't see the hate. The only thing you could really hate on is like, man, he couldn't get the ring. But when you look at the team around him, it wasn't that great. Lemons and turned it to lemonade, I will say. So I thought he took some unfair criticism. And I will say this, and I'm going to spin it to modern times today. I'm going to spin it to modern times today. So think of Jalen Hurts right now, right? Jalen Hurts is the first starting QB to win the Super Bowl in Philadelphia. He actually changed the narrative on like running quarterbacks per se, showed that running quarterbacks can do it. And you know what's going on at some of these radio stations, some of these critics? You know what the question is about Jalen Hurts right now? Well, is this upcoming season a prove it season? These are the questions being asked. Is this a make or break season for Jalen Hurts after he won the Super Bowl, after he won Super Bowl MVP? That's the question. Another narrative we spinning is Jalen Hurts a real leader because he didn't go to the White House or he didn't show up to AJ Brown engagement. Like what's going on with Jalen Hurts? That's the narratives we spinning today. And that's why a lot of guys don't like it in Philadelphia. See, I didn't grow up listening to Philly media. I grew up really listening to like New York media, and I still think New York media is more harsh. But I will say this: the times when I was a kid and I heard it, and when Eli Manning was getting his Super Bowls or whatever, they embraced him in North Jersey. They embraced him in New York. I'm in, I'm like Central Jersey right now, or South Jersey per se. I hear a bunch of negative stuff about Jalen Hurts after winning the Super Bowl. That's all I'm hearing. Oh, can he throw for 4,000 yards? Can he do this? Can he do that? Y'all ever seen that meme? It's like this guy, he's holding the world, right? And he's bringing it to his girl. And she like, well, where the stars? Like, I'm giving you the world. What you mean? I'm carrying the world on my back. You asking where the stars? You know why I'm relating it to? Because it's the same thing you guys saying. Yeah, you won the Super Bowl. You got Super Bowl MVP, but where's my 4 or 5,000 yards in the regular season? Like, Nick, what? Are you serious? A dude that just won MVP. They shut down Saquon. They shut him down. And Jalen Hurts found the way to do it. Luckily, I will say this with Jalen Hurts. Us fans, we very lucky to have him because he can take the criticism and he doesn't think like a regular 26-year-old. He got more like a maturity of a 40-year-old, and that's why he can handle the criticism. Unlike Randall Cunningham, he was young and he had a young mentality. He couldn't really handle the criticism. You even think of the Donovan McNabbs, the Carson Wentz. They couldn't handle it, but we finally got a quarterback that can handle it. We finally got a quarterback that got us over the hump. Right now, I'm telling you, during the off season, we should be embracing that. But instead, we're tearing them down. There's literally a Twitter page on Twitter paying Elon Musk to promote a post on why Jalen Hurts did not go to AJ Brown engagement party. Think about this. Think about how wild this is. This dude is supposed to be an Eagles fan. He's paying Elon Musk hundreds of dollars to promote a post on tearing down his own starting QB. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? So when I seen this topic or I was coming up with this topic, I'm like, well, you do got different outlets and stuff like that. But even the different outlets are adding to this. You see the post on Instagram tearing down Jalen Hurts, not going to AJ Brown engagement party. You seeing it on Twitter. You're not seeing it too much on YouTube. So us YouTube guys are holding it down. But you go on these other social medias, they making a big deal out of it. And it's not coming from outside, it's coming from us. Even the White House thing. It wasn't other fans really saying too much. It was our fans, either they left or right, shitting on Saquon Barkley and then shitting on Jalen Hurts for the stance they took. It was our fan base. It wasn't, oh, Cowboys fans and Giants fans. Now we dividing ourselves. We dividing ourselves, man. So I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I'm not gonna be the guy to fix it. It's gonna take more than one voice. And I get it. I am critical. Hell, y'all hear me talk about Nicole Dean, this and that. I hear me talk about how guys' spots are going to get taken. Hell, I had an epic rant on Nolan Smith, but I don't dig at it. I criticize. I let it go. There's no reason to be critical of these guys. They still under contract. They ain't going nowhere. The reason why I brought up even Jordan Davis, the reason why I'm talking about like Jordan Davis and then N'Kobe Deans is because we just drafted a linebacker. So I have to talk about N'Kobe Dean. I'm talking about Jordan Davis, or at least I was talking about Jordan Davis because he had a contract going on to exercise or not. But me shitting on Jordan Davis right now would be stupid. Me like shitting on N'Kobe Dean right now would be stupid. I'm just talking about more competition coming in, but shitting on the guy doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I even talking about like Sidney Brown and Andrew McCuba. Not shitting on either guy. It's just competition right there. But where's the with Jalen Hurts? They trying to shit on him, man. Trying to shit on him. So I don't know if Philly ever changed, but maybe I'm off on this one. I don't know. Maybe I'm off on that one. But let's get into this last topic. Antwan Raylan Powell, or Antwan Powell Ryland. I'm saying it wrong. I gotta respect your name. But this dude, man, I seen some of the numbers. You know what's crazy about his numbers? There were two guys that got 25 plus sacks in 2 seasons that got drafted in the first round in the top five-ish or top 10-ish. That was Chase Young and Will Anderson. They got 25 plus sacks and got drafted in those rounds. Think about it. We got Antwan Powell Ryland in the 6th round, who had the same amount of numbers, who had the same amount of production as those guys. This guy can be a steal. RAS score out of this world. The only reason why his RAS score went down a bit is just nature. He's not as tall as the normal edge rusher. He don't have the long arms as a normal edge rusher. 40-yard dash, 10-yard split, 20-yard split. It's all good. He's athletic. He could jump out the gym. He's everything you want besides the natural things of height and arms. Maybe he's a little underweight, but this dude is everything you want. Everything you want. Well, let me play some clips from TikTok for you guys to get an idea of how good this guy is.
The Eagles have the biggest steal of the 2025 NFL Draft. With the 209th overall pick in the 7th round, Philadelphia selected edge rusher Antwan Powell Ryland, and his production in college is absolutely insane. Since dominating the ACC, showing elite burst, bend, and pass rush instincts, he was named first-team All-ACC and finished top 5 nationally in sacks in 2024. The Eagles have a history of finding late-round gems in the defensive line, and this pick feels to be another one.
One of the biggest winners from day one of Shrine Bowl practices is Virginia Tech edge rusher Antwan Powell Ryland. Now, as you can see in this one-on-one clip, hit a nasty inside spin move to win that rep, and it was one of the cleanest reps that we saw all day long. Now, this checks out with his tape. 90.6 pass rush grade on true pass sets, over 16% pass rush win percentage this past year. This dude's got a variety of go-to moves that he can hit at any time like we saw in these practices, and it was beyond just that one rep that we saw there. Now, a little bit of a negative, kind of what we expected, measured in at about 6'2", just 253 pounds. The arm length, though, that's the big issue. 31 1/8 inches. That's just second percentile for edge rushers at the NFL level. So I'm giving you guys all this information because when we went through the edge rush episode, we missed Antwan Powell Ryland, and you guys were all over us. You're like, we got to know about this guy. I watched this film. I still think that he could be a solid mid-round pick, probably early day 3 given these measurables, but you love stuff like this. You love putting him in these pass rush situations because he's got the juice. He's got that explosiveness, not just in his feet, but also in his hands from moves like the one that we saw today. He was a big winner on day 1.
It's a star, man. He got potential star in him, and he's going to be the guy to watch. He's coming off as a steal. A lot of these dudes, Ty Robinson, a lot of people like the dude from Texas. People believe he's a steal. So I will be watching their journeys, man. But this guy intrigues me. Him, Ty Robinson. We're going to watch Andrew McCuba really close. But some of these guys, man, Mac McWilliams, he's starting to grow on me. Yeah, I like this draft class. But Antwan, a lot of people just like, how the hell did he fall in the 6th round? I don't know. But we're going to be watching preseason. If he gets snaps, I think he could take some snaps from somebody. I think this is my prediction during the training camp. A big name is going to get cut at the edge because how good Antwan Powell Ryland is. And they got to find a roster spot for him. Is it Aziz? Is it Joshua O'Shea? Don't know, but somebody getting moved because that guy is stealing snaps. He's taking snaps. But that's all I got for you guys today. And hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel? Randall Cunningham possibly hating Philly at the time. But I'm happy he, changed his mind about it. But at the same time, he's right. It's just he's right in some of the things we do. And you could understand why he would hate Philly. Also, Antwan Powell Ryland, he's that dude. And all the Eagles preparing for a tush push ban. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.